Hey guys, welcome to this MYXclusive interview. I am VJ IE, and right now we have a Southeast Asian super group with us. They have a new song out. It's called Dark Times. The music video will be premiering tonight at 6 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube of Mix Philippines, and on Pinoy Mix tonight as well at 9 p.m. They are composed of members from Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, and Indonesia. And one of their members was the late, great Jamir Garcia of Slapshock. And this song is actually his last recording. So this is really very special. It's premiering tonight. Let's know more about the song with its members. Please welcome Moots, JD Wong, Dandy, and Lian. Hi.
What's up, guys?
Hello, thank you so much for joining us. So please, for those who are tuned in who might just be learning about your group, Project E.A.R, right now, can you please introduce yourselves and from which country you're from?
My name is Moot, together with JD. We're from a band called Pop Shavit in Malaysia. Dandy is from Thailand. He's an MC. He's part of Bangkok Invaders, and he's also a solo artist. Of course, Lian and Jameh have been a part of Project E.A.R, and we all know, they're from Slapshop, so they've been part of Project E.A.R from day one. And then we've got members from other bands in Malaysia.
Mhm.
Singapore, we've got a rapper as well called Dali, and then there's a band in Indonesia called Saint Loco that's also part of Project E.A.R. And
Very.
sorry, we've also got two members from My Chemical Romance, Ray Toro and James DeWeese, who are also part of our E.A.R collective.
Mm-hmm. There you go. And Dandy over there from Thailand. So we're so happy to have you here and to learn more about your group and the new song. So can we also ask how Project E.A.R came to be? Because it's not every day that we get to see a super group composed of members from well-respected bands from different parts of Asia. So can you please tell us how it all started?
I think it was 2006 or 2007 when
Mm-hmm.
Slapshock invited our band Pop Shavit to come and perform at, I think it was Pulp SummerSlam, and
Ah,
Dandy featured on one of our tracks as well. So we were just in the hotel room in Quezon City, and we were talking to Jame, and we were like, why don't we start a side project, like a side band,
mm-hmm.
featuring all our bands, and then we just came up with the name Project East Asian Revolution, so E.A.R for short, and that's kind of when it started. And we performed for the first time at the MTV Asia Awards. I think at that time with Jared Leto introduced us from 30 Seconds to Mars. So
Mm-hmm.
that was the first public performance of Project E.A.R with the song Mara Bahaya, which was a remake of one of the Pop Shabby tracks. But we did it in multiple languages. So the whole concept of E.A.R is that it's in Tagalog, it's in Malay, it's in English, it's in Thai, and it's in Bahasa Indo as well. So it's meant to kind of bridge the gap between cultures, and the whole concept of EAR is the fact that we're all friends. We've been touring with each other all over the
Mm-hmm.
world together, and why, instead of just sharing the stage, why not actually produce an album together? And that's exactly what we did. So yeah, Quezon City is where we formed Project EAR. I can't remember the name of the hotel. Yeah, was it Sir Williams Hotel or something like that? I can't remember. But yeah, it was like 2007, like 14 years ago.
Lian, do you remember? You were doing this, so it seems
He
like
doesn't want me to talk about what happened in the hotel, I think.
okay. So let's not mention the name of the hotel anymore.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
amazing that it all started here in Quezon City, which is actually where I am at right now. But We want to know because before the time of the pandemic, because right now it's very common for bands to just jam online, just form songs through emails and everything. But back then, throughout those years that you've been around, like, how did you guys jam together or practice together? Because you lived in different countries.
So it was exactly like that. Like we've got Leanne producers, JD producers, so Dandy producers as well. So we've got a lot of producers in the mix, and it always
Mhm.
usually starts with like Jame just get place some beat or a riff on GarageBand, or he'll just record something, and he'll normally send us the chorus. So we'll always start with this chorus, and then Dandy and our DJ Uno and JD will just start building off of that, and then we'll put a structure of a song together, and then we'll just send it to different parts of Southeast Asia, and everyone just records and sends it back, and then we kind of put it together.
So basically, what everyone's doing right now, you've been doing years ago.
Yeah.
You've been ahead of the game,
Yeah,
In
pretty
fact,
much.
to be honest, when we are together in the studio, it's like all of us together. It's only ever been like one day. Like Jame will just fly in for 12 hours and write like 10. He'll write like 10 songs with us and fly back, and he'll leave it with us for the next couple of days to just finish it off. So we've always completed writing our music with E.A.R like in periods of like not even more than a week.
yeah.
Wow. Dandy, you were about to say something?
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, the internet was always a good friend to us because, like,
Mhm.
how to the way to connect. But then we definitely came together like at least once or twice a year and met up somewhere. It's either Philippines, Malaysia, or Thailand, and we hit the studio. And like Mut said, sometimes it was like Jamir flies in, it's 10 hours, and then he's out and he wrote 10 songs. Or we just like 1 week in Dusun, whatever, Malaysia in the jungle, and or we went to Bali as well. Like we had a studio session in Bali for a week. So yeah,
Wow. So it's definitely no PR stint that this group was really formed through friendship.
yeah,
Because
Yes.
obviously, through your stories, it's very evident that you really love hanging out with each other. It's not just pure work, it's not just for music, although that's what brought you guys together. It really is friendship and brotherhood.
Yep. Yep. That's
I think we
essentially
all
what it is.
work hard, so we all like love to hang out with each other. It's a great time when we can see each other, and then we just working.
Mhm. Well, seeing as how really close you guys are, now on a more serious topic, how did you guys take the news when Jameer Garcia unfortunately passed away last year?
Not well. I mean, I think when you lose someone, you never really get over it. And I think for all of us, there's always going to be good days and bad days, highs and lows. But I think the first month was probably the hardest for all of us. And, I mean, we just did our best to support each other day in, day out. Even though we're like not in the same country, WhatsApp's been a great friend, just calling each other on WhatsApp, doing Zoom calls just to, have a chat. And, Leanne and of course, Jame's family as well, like just being there for each other. I don't think we'll ever get over it. I mean, there's always going to be hard days, but at that time, I mean, what can you say? It's really a big loss for everyone at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And since this song "Dark Times" was written just October, I guess you had bigger plans on what to do with it, and then everything happened so abruptly. Like, did you have any plans with Jameer? Were you shocked at what happened?
Yeah,
We were. I mean, yeah. Dandy, go ahead.
definitely shocked. And first, it was disbelief that this could even happen, or yeah, that this even happened at that time, because we were like in the works, like you said, we were in the works of this song single release. We were shooting the music video. I was waiting for him to send his part for the music video. We contacted every day, so it was like kind of like disbelief than waking up and hearing that story. And we were just in the words of finishing the single and everything. And then our plans was like, I think Moots was saying the other day, our plans were like touring after this, because we're gonna release the whole EP, and then we wanted to tour like Malaysia, Thailand, you know, everywhere, Southeast Asia, even come back to the Philippines and all that. But then disbelief, definitely a shock, and we lost our best friend, so we will never really get over that pain. We just have to learn to live with it. So, and we're here in China, just make sure that his legacy will live on the right way.
Mm-hmm.
We
Well,
were
you are definitely doing that with Dark Times. Yes, go ahead, Moots.
sorry, we were, I think, at that stage, finishing up, figuring out how to shoot the music video, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know, like I always say, mental health and depression is a rabbit hole. It spirals downwards really really fast, and sometimes you just never know. And we like to know that at that point in time when we were communicating with him, and when he was writing the song, he was in a good state. You know, I think he was fine, and yeah, that's all I want to say about that.
That's true. We never really know. JD, any words about this? Like, how did you take it?
I mean, obviously, I think um, as much as we feel the grief and we feel the sorrow and the loss, you know, I can't comprehend how much work it must have felt for the family, you know, and his closest friends and the fans out there. So I guess we're all in the same boat, but we want to do this because we want to honor the legacy. I think between all of us, we always say, we tell each other that this is what Jeremy would have wanted us to do, to put the music out, to put it out there as a message of hope for everyone in these dark times.
Mm-hmm. And I think everyone agrees. Like, no one thinks, oh, you shouldn't have put it out there or anything. Because, of course, we all know Jameer Garcia's passion for music and passion for really helping other people out, which is basically also what this song hopefully does to all the listeners. Lian, of course, you are in Slapshock together with Jameer. How did you take it? Lian, could you please unmute so we can hear your answer? We still cannot hear it. There you go. Can we try now? It's still on mute. Okay, there you go. Can we check it first? Lian, can you say something? Oh, okay. We cannot hear you. Lian, maybe you can leave the link and then come back again so we can get back to this later on. But Dandy, you were saying earlier that you were waiting for Jameer to send in his clips for the music video. Was he ever able to send any?
No, he was not.
We
Oh,
were
okay.
we were recording the video that week, the 2 weeks. So that was kind of was the last, I guess, communication that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And in all fairness, we wanted to give him his space as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we were still also trying to figure out how to shoot the video, because we were not sure at that point in time like what was the best way to shoot everyone, because some countries were on lockdown, some were okay, and we had people from all over the world. One of our other vocalist, Emmett, is based in Canada, and he was literally locked in his basement because it was winter and he couldn't get out and shoot anything. So we were just trying to figure that out. And at the same time, talking to Butch Vig, he wanted us to put the song out early because he says it's the right time. And so we were trying to rush it because we wanted to get the song out like end November, early December.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course what happened, and then we decided to we didn't want to release it. When it happened, we were just like, we're done. We're not going to put any music out. Let's just leave it, because it was too difficult for us. But then after talking to the family, talking amongst us, we knew that Jameh would have wanted us to put this music out, to keep his legacy going. And we felt the song had a very strong message. And the thing is, with any song, you can interpret the lyrics differently. Everyone approaches the song differently, and everyone feels different when they hear a song. But I just want everyone to know that the main message in this song is a message of positivity that we wanted to put out there, because it was at a time in that September, October, for all of us, especially musicians, everyone was suffering, right? Everyone was suffering from quarantine fatigue. People were losing their jobs, and
Yes.
it was just very emotional time for everyone. And
Mm-hmm.
that is when also Jamie told us, guys, stop writing party songs. It's not the right time for us to write about partying and jumping on stage. Let's be vulnerable. Let's be emotional. Let's really write from the heart. And that's what we did. And it's sad that this was the last song he recorded and wrote, but he's written so many amazing songs, and we hope to be able to release that, in the future as well. And that's one thing beautiful about E.A.R is that he always just kept on writing music and sending it to us. So we've got a lot of unwritten, unfinished songs that we can eventually put out. And the main purpose for us to put this out is for the three kids and Jaya as well. So for him and the family to be taken care of. I mean, we want everybody to know that we're not taking a single cent from this. We're sending it all back to the family. So it's going back into a trust for the kids. I'm godfather to Heaven, his daughter. So for me personally, it's also important that we make sure we not only keep his legacy going forward, but we also take care of his family. He's our brother after all, right? So we want to make sure that that part is people know that, the fans know that we're not here to make money out of it. We're here to give back to him and take care of his family.
Yes, exactly. It's the complete opposite. It's making money for the
Yes.
family of Jameer. That is amazing. Like, it really shows like how much you love Jameer and how much responsibility you're taking for what happened, even though you didn't really have to. But it's because of your love for him and his family, and that's amazing. You're a godfather to his kid. Even that is really a testament as to
Yeah.
how close you guys were. Now, in the music video for Dark Times, is it safe to say that we won't be seeing any footage of him, or will it be um about him? Did you plan out what's going to be in the music video?
So
So,
the thing, Dandy, this is yours. You take it.
thank you. Yeah. So we shot the video, and the attention, how it the attention was to show actually us being quarantined, being away from each other, being not able to see each other like everybody else in this world right now.
Mm-hmm.
And since his passing, I think now it became more like a tribute to Jamir. So you will see some footage of Jamir, and it's more flashbacks of his life and all the beautiful moments that we had together and all that stuff. So it's like it definitely, when we shot the music video, it was intended another way, but then it turned out now to be a tribute for Jamir, and it actually all kind of like strangely fit together, So
Mm-hmm.
it was not really intended like this, but if you watch it, and people will interpret it by, I think, like each and one by themselves, like how they feel about it. But it's definitely a tribute to Jamir. But we
It
want
was
to
hard for us. Yeah,
but
it
we
was
want
hard
to
for
give
us to
hope,
put the video
but
together,
we want to
right?
give hope to the people and a message to the people. So it's not only just about Jamir, but it's like, and his passing, but the video definitely will show some tribute shots to him.
There you go. And of course, that's what we will be witnessing in about 2.5 hours from now. It'll be premiering at 6 p.m. Philippine time on the Facebook and YouTube accounts of Mix, and at 9 p.m. on TV on Pinoy Mix. So, can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Butch Vig? Because, of course, he is very legendary. He produced Nirvana's Nevermind album. And may I just quote, he said, "The track is a killer. You guys have written an amazing song." So, how does it feel hearing that from him?
I mean, it's like fanboy moment for us, right? It's like,
Mhm.
and like I think we I always say is like people ask, how did it happen? And I say, you hear these stories, right? Like all these fairy tales about how, oh, all these demos get sent and, it just falls on the producer's lap. Like, Dr. Dre found this demo about Eminem and signed Eminem. So that was just it. We had a bunch of songs that was sent to him, and we also sent our profile. So we sent some of the E.A.R rap songs that we recorded, and he
Mhm.
saw it, and then we got on a Zoom call with him to kind of discuss it, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so happy it wasn't like a high school band or something." And he was really taken aback by the music, and more so by the message that Jamie was putting out there, because he was like, this is the right time for a song like this to come out. And I think because it was Butch Vig, it was something that I think Jamie especially took on as a challenge to make sure that we wrote a song that was worthy of him producing. And I think that was when he really liked it. And I think we also ended up building a good relationship with him. He's like our favorite uncle now. And yeah, and then he was more than happy to put his name on the track. He was more than happy to catch up with us, which is why, as soon as we were done with the track, we said, we got on another Zoom call with him just to discuss the process, and him asking us questions about how we came approach writing the song, which if you watch the video, we've got snippets of that as well in there. um, and he would have joined us today. Unfortunately, his father passed away 2 days ago. He was 98. So he sends his wishes, and he sends his love for the track as well. I think when times are better, he will probably come out and help promote it as well. But yeah, I mean, it was Butch Vig, man. I mean, for any band, and especially for us, growing up, Smashing Pumpkins and Garbage and Nirvana were all bands we listened to, and to have the man himself produce it, uh, that's a dream come true. And we're so happy that it's this song as well. And he actually spent a lot of time on the song. It wasn't like a 1 day mix. Like, he actually did the prep. He spent 2 weeks just focusing on this track as well.
Wow. He was pretty serious about you guys, about I think he also is a fan of your music in a way, cuz he's really praising it. He spent a lot of time producing it, and as you said, you're not just a school band or anything. You're a Southeast Asian
Yeah.
supergroup. So it's great that he's also a part of that movement. Now, speaking of that, before we go back to Leon, what is your vision for Project E.A.R? Like, what is your mission and vision? What do you want to achieve aside from, just fostering your friendship, which is like the main foundation of this group? But in terms of music, like, what do you see happening for the group in the future?
We essentially set out to kind of be ambassadors of Asian music. That's essentially what we want to be. We want to take Asian music onto a bigger platform.
Mhm.
And, we've seen that, over the last couple of years with, bands from all around Asia making names for themselves in America, and not just America, but the whole world. And what we want to see is, we want to see this collective grow. We're not the thing. Beauty of Project E.A.R is we're not just a band. We're actually a collective and a network of people. There's a lot of people behind us that came from E.A.R that are doing so many things now. That there's people who are in music labels, producers, video directors. So the whole E.A.R collective is actually made up of musicians, producers, artists, graffiti artists, all of us, and we all help each other out. I mean, it's that brotherhood and friendship and network that has helped so many artists across the many years, and we hope to carry on doing it, even if we're not doing it as E.A.R, the band writing music. We'll still be doing it behind the scenes, supporting other artists and other musicians in the industry.
Wow, that's amazing to hear. We can't wait for more of your releases. And speaking of that, when can we expect the EP to drop?
So the EP is ready. There's a song in there that was very close to Jame's heart, called Stars, that he wanted us to rework, and Butch is mixing that as well. And we, in fact, he sent us footage of when we were in New York 7 years ago, and we were putting that footage together, because that last email I got from him was that it's a beautiful song, put it out. So we're like, I didn't want to. I was like, oh, you sure? But now in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna put it out. Um, but at that time, I was still talking to him about, I don't know, man, let's just write new music. But he really wanted us to put that out, and we're working on that now. So that will be the next single together with the EP. There will be 5 songs. Uh, One of them will be a totally new track, which is a tribute track that we're recording right now with pretty much everyone from E.A.R that has been in E.A.R in the past. So we've got uh, the boy Wei from Thailand, we've got Joe Flizzo from Malaysia, obviously everyone, Dandy, myself, the Pop Shabit boys, Leanne is going to be on it, Chi is going to be on it. And, we've always wanted to have the three kings on a song together. So Jamming is on this track actually because it's a remake of an old song, and then we've got Reg Rubio from Greyhounds and Ian Tayo from Cheese as well on the track. So it's going to be this like massive collaboration, and that's going to be the tribute song. That's the real tribute song to Jamie that will come out together with the EP. We're hoping end of February or sometime in March.
Oh, well, it's pretty soon.
Yeah.
So yes, that is really something to look forward to. Now, all right, going back to Lian. Lian, hi, can you please unmute yourself? Let's check it if we can hear you now.
Check, check.
There you
Sorry.
go. Okay, we can hear you now. Lian, so
Mhm.
going back to your whole take on what we all went through, what the whole country, what the whole world went through when Jameer passed. Can you take us through what you experienced? Like, how was your take on it?
Uh, it's like very, I don't know, mixed emotions in a way, but bottom line is like really heavy in us. Like accepting it was like really took time. Well, until now, I can't say that I really accepted it because we've been together, especially this recent times. Like we were like together for like every day.
Mm-hmm.
We see each other, we call each other in the morning. We're together like afternoon until night time, and all of a sudden, our brother is gone. So it took quite a heavy toll on us, and that's it.
Lian, of course, for the other members of Project EAR, their last
Mhm.
communication with Jameer was through emails, understandably,
Yeah.
because they're in different countries. But as you said, you have been spending quite a lot of time with Jameer during the last day. So can you remember like your last interaction or conversation with him?
Uh, Quite normal in a way that he's like he jokes a lot, and that night he was like his usual ways. But so we're really quite surprised with what happened on
Mhm.
like the next morning. Like he he's normal, like in a way. Yeah.
Definitely unexpected then, as you said.
Yeah.
So you were with him that same night, like when it happened.
Oh, in the evening I was not with him, but in the afternoon we were together, and then she was with him
Mm-hmm.
and a few friends of ours. But we still had some. He we still had calls at nighttime. And, we always say goodnight and we love each other every day. That's how we are. Yeah.
Wow. You're like even better than boyfriend girlfriend. You say good morning,
In a
good
way,
night every day, even after
yeah.
spending an afternoon together. Wow.
Yes. He
That's
the
amazing.
first
That was what was
when
special about
when
Jamil.
when we get home, we always either a text or a call. Like, "Hey, bro, I'm home. Got home safe." Yeah, like that.
Wow. This is something that, people don't usually expect from hardcore rock stars, but thank you for sharing that vulnerable side of Jameer and yourselves as well to
Yeah.
us. So to everyone watching, Dark Times, the music video is going to premiere at 6 p.m. tonight on Facebook and YouTube on the Mix Philippines account, and also at 9 p.m. on Pinoy Mix tonight on the Mix channel. Before we part ways, can I ask for like your last message to all of your fans, to all of your supporters? Let's start with JD.
Right, for everyone who's out there, I mean, this is it's our and Jamir's gift to everyone. Hopefully this is something that they can take back. It'll be the message behind the song will be in spite of whatever we're going through right now, we don't want to dismiss whatever people are going through a lot of hard times, suffering. Let's take this as a positive message, right? Yeah, so that in these dark times, right, we have a guiding light out there. That's it.
Thank you, JD. Dandy?
Yeah, what JD said. So, I think Jamir can be the guiding light for all of us in these dark times. I hope Philippines and all his fans, get touched by it. Like take it as a gift from us. So it's like peace, love, and music. Jamir Garcia.
I love how you incorporated the line of the song there. In the darkest times, you're the guiding light. Lian.
Let's spread Jamir's music some more. Like this is his gift to us, and let's always remember his words like peace, love, music, and let's support the music. That's it.
Thank you, Lian. And Moots?
Yeah, I mean, Jamil was always a people person, and the one thing I always remember about him was his love of people. He was such a great human being, and I think for us, we want to keep his legacy fulfilled and keep his music going on. And we just want to thank everyone for all the support, and we will do our best to fulfill his legacy and give back as much as we can. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for all the love and support they've shown to us and to his family as well.
Thank you very much for your time as well. JD Wong, Moots, Dandy, and Lian Ansing. They are part of the Southeast Asian supergroup, this collective, this amazing collective, Project E.A.R. Please do watch out for the Dark Times music video tonight. Thank you so much for joining us today in this MYXclusive interview. Once again, I'm VJ IE, and peace, love, and music. Bye, guys.